For years, discussions across the internet have focused on Ryan's world, and one deeply unsettling question that refuses to go away: was Ryan Kaji's childhood turned into a business before he was even old enough to truly understand what was happening? This topic has been revisited again and again, yet instead of losing relevance, it has only grown more troubling over time. Now, the criticism has moved beyond online discussions and social media arguments. Reports suggest that Ryan's parents are facing increased scrutiny from regulators and authorities, prompting serious concerns about how such a powerful empire was built and who genuinely benefits from it. For anyone unfamiliar with the story, Ryan Kaji's rise sounds almost unreal. He became famous before he could even read properly, appearing in toy review videos while most children his age were still learning everyday life skills. What began as a simple family recording quickly evolved into one of the most profitable children's brands in the world. Today, Ryan's World boasts more than 40 million subscribers and over 60 billion total views. But YouTube is only one part of a much bigger brand. Ryan's brand now includes television shows, massive toy lines, video games, clothing, toothpaste, products sold through major retailers like Walmart and Target, a Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade balloon, and even a full-length movie. At this stage, Ryan is no longer just a YouTube personality. He has become the public face of a global, multi-billion-dollar brand. And that's where things start to feel uncomfortable. If Ryan is at the center of this empire, how much of the money generated in his name actually belongs to him? And how much is controlled by the people managing everything behind the scenes, his parents? Ryan's mother and father manage nearly every part of the business. They handle brand partnerships, merchandise, production schedules, and financial decisions. And judging by their lifestyle, luxury homes, expensive travel, and long-term financial stability, the operation has clearly been extraordinarily successful. Meanwhile, Ryan continues to appear on camera. The problem is that Ryan is no longer a small child. He's now a teenager. He's in high school. He's clearly growing up. Yet much of his content still centers around toy unboxings and exaggerated reactions aimed at very young children. Watching more recent videos, a noticeable change becomes clear. The excitement that once defined the channel appears to have faded. Ryan often looks tired, emotionally distant, and far removed from the carefree energy that originally made the channel so popular. What once felt like fun now feels more like a responsibility. The viewership numbers reflect this shift. At its peak, Ryan's World pulled in billions of views. Today, many new uploads struggle to reach even a small fraction of that audience. Ryan has grown older. His audience has grown older. But the content itself has barely evolved. So when a once dominant brand begins to lose attention, the response is usually predictable. That's usually when an attempt at a comeback begins. That comeback arrived in the form of Ryan's World, the movie, a project meant to push Ryan into the next phase of his career. Instead, it attracted even more criticism. Reviews pointed to weak performances, underwhelming animation, and a storyline that felt less like a genuine film and more like an extended advertisement. Critics also highlighted the visible pressure placed on Ryan himself, a teenager expected to carry a brand that no longer aligns with who he is becoming. The situation becomes even more complicated when looking at Ryan's own statements. In past interviews, he has said he doesn't plan to stay in front of the camera forever and has expressed interest in becoming an animator and working behind the scenes. Despite this, his public appearances remain tightly controlled, often with his parents nearby, steering conversations away from damage the brand. Ryan rarely gets the opportunity to speak openly about his feelings. He doesn't freely discuss the pressure, the workload, or whether he genuinely wants to continue. Every moment is carefully managed, not to protect Ryan as a person, but to protect Ryan as a product. As concern continued to grow, attention turned toward the family behind the empire. Ryan's mother's past resurfaced, including a shoplifting arrest in 2002 involving merchandise worth less than $100. While the incident was minor and occurred decades ago, it re-entered public discussion as part of broader questions about responsibility and boundaries within the business. But the real issue isn't a mistake from the past. It's the system that followed. Ryan's audience has always been extremely young, children who struggle to tell the difference between entertainment and advertising. Many videos blended sponsored products directly into playful content, raising serious ethical concerns. Over time, regulators stepped in, forcing platforms like YouTube to change how children's content is monetized. More recently, viewers have noticed Ryan's younger sisters appearing more frequently on the channel. To critics, this shift feels less like a family project and more like a production line of content, moving the spotlight to the next child as the original star grows older. Ryan's story stops feeling inspirational once it becomes clear that his childhood was turned into a full-scale operation. Cameras, contracts, schedules, and expectations replaced normal teenage experiences. And even now, when the family is financially secure for life, the system continues to move forward. The real question isn't how much money Ryan made. It's why no one ever decided it was enough. Ryan didn't choose fame. He didn't build the empire. And he didn't control the system created around him. As public scrutiny increases and laws surrounding child influencers slowly evolve, one question continues to grow louder. Will Ryan ever get the chance to define his own future? Or will he always be remembered as the child who grew up in front of a camera before he ever had a choice?